Yo, what is up? SomeNighterZ, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for dropping by and just letting me yap about whatever the hell I got cooking up in my little doodle up here. All right, so thank you so much. What are we going to talk about today, you ask? Well, today I want to talk to you about my new obsession, that being retro video games, baby. Hell yeah. All right. Recently, for one reason or another, I'll get into a little later, I got really into trying to collect retro video game consoles. Mostly kind of the ones that I grew up with, that being the Game Boy and all the DS's. I am looking for other things like GameCube, shit like that. But right now, my current goal is to get all the Game Boys and all the DS's that exists in the timeline. I'm working on it. I'm doing pretty good actually. From since I started, I've gotten a lot of stuff. All right. I'm also trying to collect all the Pokemon games. You know, from the beginning, Pokemon Red, all the way up, all the Game Boy games, and some of the DS games that I'm missing. I'll talk about all that a little bit later. But right now, let me just show you what I'm working with. All right, so these are all the consoles that I'm trying to collect in this kind of series that I'm making here. Starting from the top left, working our way to the right, we have the original Game Boy, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, Game Boy Micro, I think. Yeah, Game Boy Micro. And then we got the original DS, then the DS Lite, then the DSi, then the DSi Extra Large, I believe. And then there is the 3DS, then the 3DS XL, then the 2DS, then there is the new 3DS, the new 3DS XL, and finally the new 2DS. So that's basically everything that I gotta collect. And let me show you what I have so far. As you can see here, currently I have acquired the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Advance SP, the DSi, and the 3DS. So I still have a long way to go before I can finish my handheld collection here. So it's gonna be a bit of a journey if you ask me. And now what you have all been waiting for, let me show you the ones that I've got so far. Let's go. All right, so let's do a quick, brief overview of everything I got in my collection. I'll go more in depth into everything a little bit later, but for now, let's start with the original Game Boy, Game Boy Advance SP. Over there, we have the DSi. Right here, we got another SP, very special. That one's very special. We got two 3DSs, two iPods, and of course, the Game Boy Advance. So let's go a bit more into depth now. All right, so starting us off, we got the original Nintendo Game Boy. This thing is a classic. We got dot matrix with stereo sound, whatever the hell that means. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is a brick. I mean, you could do some serious damage with this thing. You see what I did there? DMG damage. All right, anyways. Moving on, we got our A and B buttons, pretty clicky. Select, D-pad, start, all that. We got the volume button. That's how you turn it on. And this thing changes the contrast, which I'll show you a little bit later. It's very, very cool. I had no idea that thing even worked like that. So now let's turn it on and test it out. We're going to test it out with this Tetris. Thank you for focusing. Very cool original Tetris. I actually love Tetris. I started playing that game when I was in high school. I started just playing that shit during class. Don't tell my parents. Anyways, let's put that in. Oh, I love that nice clicky sound. And then turn it on and let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that's a very classic sound. I had no idea that was the original Nintendo sound. Now look, if you move the thing up, it gets brighter. You move it down, it gets darker. See, that's like the contrast. I guess that's how you had to play it back in the day. So let's see, let's do this thing. Let's go to like the highest level, see how much I can survive. I'm gonna show you guys how good I am at Tetris, my insane skills. Look at that, look at that. I'm gonna build up. You gotta get the 4 lines first before you can do it, so you can get the Tetris. See, I'm doing pretty good. And then the only thing is that the way that I played it, I fucked up. Anyways, the way that I played at school is, you know, you can hold. I don't know if you can hold here, but that usually helps me out a lot. But here, since I can't hold, I don't know what to do with that one. Ah, shit. Okay, we can put that one there and that one there. That one right there. Okay, we can, you know what? All right, this isn't a good way to show you guys how good I am. But anyways, that's the thing. All right, so let's just turn that off. And yeah, I mean, original Game Boy. What else can you say? This thing's awesome. Moving on chronologically, here we got the Game Boy Advance. I really like this just form factors, the design of this console. Here we got the buttons, Game Boy Advance, A and B. Pretty cool. You turn around, look at that. Batteries. This shit does not have a charger. You gotta put some fucking batteries on this. There's the volume, the audio jack. Isn't that crazy? It has an audio jack. Let's see what we're gonna play with it. Pokemon Fire Red. Hell yeah, this isn't actually the real game. It's just reproduction. I wish I had the real games. We're gonna talk about that a little later. And let's do the honors. Come on. Gotta try again. Here we go. Boom. Clicky. Hella click. Check this shit out. Let's turn it on. Boom. We got the custom IPS screen mod. I was terrified to do this mod, but after watching like so many YouTube videos, I realized, hey, you know what? Let's just try it. What's the worst that could happen? And it worked. You can see a little bit of the what's that called? Some like foam on the bottom right of the screen. I didn't do it perfectly, but hey, it's the first mod. It's the first mod I've ever done like this, and I think it turned out pretty well. Honestly, I bought this Game Boy at a local retro video game store. It was like $79. I think I got a really good deal on this. It's honestly good as new. Let's see. What are we fighting? What are we fighting? Rattata? Come on, let's go Pikachu, right? We got Cap from the new Pokemon series. I love that new Pokemon series. Pokemon Horizons. Pokemon Horizons, I think that's what it's called. Anyways, if the camera would focus, please. Let's see, can Cap finish this out with a Thunder Shock? Not till it with a Thunder Shock. Come on, baby, let's go. Hell yeah. If I had to say, this is probably my favorite console to hold. Just in general, I mean, it's the Game Boy Advance. You can't get any more cooler than this. That's how Pokemon was meant to be played. All right, moving on, we have the Nintendo Game Boy Advance SP. This one in particular is very special to me because this is the one that I had growing up as a kid. All right, you can tell I had it because it's hella scratched up. All right, this thing is banged up the wazoo. Right here, you look at the thing. I don't know how if you can see it, but it's the 101. Since it's the later model, I think. Whatever that means, it means it has a bright screen, all right? We got, actually, it looks pretty nice on the inside. A little bit of chips, got power, got volume. And what are we going to play with it today? Come on, let me get that shit. All right, so we got this, like, cartridge that has, like, all these games, like 99 games I had as a kid. I don't know where I got it. Don't ask me, but I have it. Click. And let's give this thing a test drive. You know what? It took me, I'd like to say 2 weeks to find this thing in my garage. I was so sad that I couldn't find it. That's kind of how this thing kind of started. I just really wanted to play some of my old retro games, but I couldn't find the goddamn Game Boy. Let's play some Super Mario here. See how good I am. Let's do this shit. Anyways, I couldn't find it, so that's kind of how it started. I was looking around for retro video game stores, and that's where I found the one where I bought my Game Boy Advance. No SP, just regular Game Boy Advance. Then I actually managed to find the darn thing with the help of my mom. Thank you very much. And after that, I was like, you know what? I want to keep playing. I want to collect more, and I want to get everything. And it's because of that I am making this video. So this is a very, very special Game Boy. And boom, just like that. That's like the fastest I've ever done it. I should be a speedrun champion. But yeah, Game Boy Advance SP. This thing's pretty awesome. Moving on, we have a second Game Boy Advance SP, this time in the silver colorway. And this one I got at the swap meet along with my other Game Boy, the original Game Boy. And look at this one. This one's actually the AGS001. You can actually see it a lot better in this lighting. This one, for some reason, I don't know. Don't blame me. I did my best. Anyways, look at this one. This one is so much more taken care of. You can tell I didn't have it as a kid. But you see, because it's not the 101, it's actually going to be a lot less bright than the other one, which is kind of crazy. Let's test it out with Pac-Man right here. Hell yeah. And close that, jump, put that shit right in there. Click. All right, next up, let's turn it on so you can see what I'm talking about. Can you tell the difference? Go back right now. I'll go rewind a few and check out the other one. And just so you can just see, I mean, that thing is so dim. I mean, it's obviously still playable, but it's just really dim. I'm honestly very surprised by the difference in the screens. Anyways, let's do some Pac-Man right here. I'm actually known as the Pac-Man champion in my house. If I don't show it, it's because I'm kind of looking at... I'm looking at a weird angle, right? I'm playing this through the camera, not through the actual game. So if I do badly right here, it's not my fault, alright? It's just very hard to see. Anyways, Game Boy Advance SP Silver. Hell yeah, this thing is really cool. Jumping up a bit to the future, we have the Nintendo DSi. Look at this thing. I grew up with this one, so you can tell it's a little damaged from all my shenanigans. You can tell the hinge, it's not the best hinge. But look, it's the Nintendo DSi, pretty cool. Got all the buttons, it clicks. I would turn it on, but not charged. Forgot to charge it for this video. My bad, guys. But I mean, come on, SomeNighterZ, look at this. This thing is pretty cool. I mean, look, I got the camera right here. I have a lot of good memories in this thing. Next up, we got the 2-for-1 special double 3DS lineup here. Both mine and my brother's. There's a bit of a difference between the two. That's why I'm showing both of you. The one on the left is actually a regular, clean 3DS. And the one on the right is the one I just modded a few weeks ago. And let's just do a little turn on test so you can see just how much faster the unmodded one is. I don't know why, if the second one's just a little bit off, but for some reason the one that's regular, not modded, turns on faster. Look at that, I got Monster Hunter 4 in there. Look at that, hell yeah. I love Monster Hunter. But yeah, I mean, it's a 3DS. What more can you expect from it? It's pretty cool. Oh, there goes the other one. You can see it's a lot cooler. Let me turn off the thing over here so we can go over the cooler console. Let's pick that up. So here we have the modded 3DS. We got Twilight menu. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's got Hatsune Miku. Bunch of different apps. What the hell? Fuck, I can't. Okay, there we go. And let me show you guys a little. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, we got Soul Silver. This is my original copy of Soul Silver. That was actually my first Pokemon game I've ever played, Soul Silver. Now let's talk about my second Pokemon game that I've ever played by launching into Twilight menu. If you didn't know, the Twilight menu actually launches you into the DS loading screen. There it is. So if you want to see how the DSi turned on, that's exactly how. Gotta click that button and boom, Twilight menu. Looks a little funny, but you know, that's what happens when you mod the DS. It's a little funny. So right here I have one game loaded up, which is Pokemon Platinum. This has got to be one of the coolest Pokemon games I've ever made, to be honest. I've never actually played Pokemon Platinum. I've had Pokemon, what's it called? Diamond and Pearl back when I was a kid. I don't remember which one I played. My brother played the other one, but whichever one I had, I barely played it because I was a kid. I had no idea what the hell to do. Don't mind me just messing with the camera. Anyways, I would always just give it to my cousin to basically complete the entire story for me and then just give it back to me so I can just have fun. And I don't even know what the hell I would do because the entire story was over with. So what the hell was I even doing? Anyway, I just want to show you a little bit of how it plays, how it runs. And look at me, I'm in a Pokemon Center. I'm in Snow Point City. Snow Point City. I'm still trying to beat the gym leader here. That fucker is tough as ice. All right, tough as ice. Let me show you my team I'm currently working with. Got Ponyta. Don't mind the dragon. Not gonna do much. So the only ones that are really fighting here are these ones right here. They're the ones that are actually gonna do any damage. So they're the ones I'm training up right now. But hey, Pokemon Platinum on the modded 3DS. Finally get to do that. Let's turn this off and put this off to the side for the next thing. Next up, we got our two iPods. Got the iPod Nano on the right, and I don't even know what the other thing is, honestly. I mean, I don't know what it's called, but I remember I had this. Both of these were mine. I found them in the drawers. Look at this, got the little clip. I actually have no idea how the hell to use this. I charged it. It's got the camera. There it is. It's got the little wheel. Blue. This one's purple, in case you didn't know. Look at this This one's actually so cool. I was really happy when I found it. You can tell it's purple, not blue like the other one. And it's got iPod in the back. It's a little scratched up. I think this was my mom's actually. Mine was the blue one. I can click menu and turn on. Although, I'm sorry guys, just like the DS, I thought I charged it. And then I did charge it, and then I actually already recorded this part, but I forgot to put the audio settings on my thing, so it ran out of battery. I'm sorry guys, you can't see all the cool anime songs that got loaded onto this thing. Look at that. Woo! Quick transition! Now as for some miscellaneous things, we got the original Game Boy Advance SP carrying case. I don't even know what the hell this is. I got this when I bought the Game Boy Advance SP at the swap meet. Look at this. It comes with the charger, and you get the Nintendo Game Boy. You put that shit right in there, or maybe the charger goes there. Maybe you actually put that one in there. Who knows? I didn't grow up with this thing, but it's cool to have. It's very cool to have. Just to know that I got this, boom, this nice bag. It feels so cool. And now I think for something that is cooler, in my opinion, boom, the original Nintendo Game Boy carrying case. It's got a strap and everything. Look at that. It feels very nice. Turn it around. You got the zipper, and that's where the actual console goes. You see, I'm not putting it in there. It's kind of tight. It's a hassle. They didn't design it very well, unfortunately, but hey, it's cool. It's vintage. It's retro. Let's open this one up so you can see what's in here, because, I mean, what else could be here? Boom, this is where you put all your games, I think. Don't quote me on it. I didn't have this as a kid. I'm just making shit up at this point. Let's put Pokemon Yellow. Original Pokemon Yellow. Right in there. That's basically where it would go, and hell yeah. Take that out. Let's close that right back up. And that's about it, actually. That's all I got to show you guys today. So, hell yeah. Real quick, I did want to show all of you all the different games that I want to collect. Here we got literally, I think, all the Pokemon games for all of the handhelds that I showed. Obviously, not including X and Y and further. I'm going to cut that off at Black and White 2 just because I want to. That's kind of as far as I want to try to collect. I already have X and Y, and I don't really care much for the newer games. So yeah, this is kind of what I got so far. Let me show you how many I actually own currently. So yeah, this is what I got so far. It's it's definitely a lot less percentage-wise than my consoles, but these are so much harder to find. I have an original yellow. I think it's original. I bought it at a video game store where I bought my Game Boy Advance, so I hope it's good. I don't know how to check. I should probably figure that out. I also got Soul Silver. I got Pokemon Pearl, and I have Black 2. I don't have Black, but I have Black 2 for some reason. So yeah, it's going to take a long time to get everything else. And that's going to wrap up the video. Thank you, SomeNighterZ, so much for watching this video and starting this journey with me. I'm gonna basically be trying to get everything that I can get my hands on. It's gonna be a while because I'm not just trying to spend like a shit ton of money on these consoles. If you look online, like, these things are expensive. I've gotten really, really lucky with being able to find some of my old stuff, so I don't have to actually, you know, buy them again. But yeah, some things I did have to buy, and I think I've done pretty good at finding good deals, but it's going to take a while for me to complete this collection, especially with the games. All right, especially with the games. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.